All right, so let's talk about the script. The script is going to allow you to do a lot of great things, and I just want to show you first some examples of what um, personally our company has done with the script. Now, these two pages right here are prime examples of what can be done with the script versus the service. With the script, I'm able to increase the number of registrations by making a small modification. I can make it so that I can do some dynamic things, so I can allow people to pick quantities. I can allow them more flexibility in terms of being able to do business with me. I did a similar thing here when we had another training, and you'll see down here that we offered 4 locations, and depending on the location that they picked, what I was really doing was making this link into a different upsell offer. So I had 4 real offers on this one page because I had different follow-up sequences attached to each event. This is some of the flexibility that you're going to be able to get by using the script versus the service. Before I show you any more examples, I want to actually show you how quickly you can set up a upsell inside the script. So let's log in and take a look at the administration area that comes with the script. This is the one-click upsell administration area. We're going to time how quickly I can create an upsell with it. So let's go ahead and time it. Ready? Go. One quick thing before I start, and I'll let the timer run because it's going to be that quick. There's video help on all of these sections. So wherever you see these, and this is in your script, this administration area is on your server. So as many domains as you own that you want to install this on, you're going to have an administration for each install. And so you're going to be able to access the video help. You're going to be able to create all your upsells and manage them all from here. So I just let some time go. I'm going to shut up for a second, and we're going to set up an upsell. For the sake of time, I've sped up this portion of it, but you can see the counter keeping the time as it actually is happening. There you go. So you can see how quickly I can set up the upsell. Now I've set up this upsell. Let's go ahead and return there, the list. And here's my first upsell I just added. You can see we have nobody that's bought or sold. A couple things I want to point out about this too, just to demonstrate the power of what is included here, is what I did is I created a product that I sold for, let's see here, $9.97. Now I could have changed the price, even though the price inside of my app was $9.97. I could have made it a special price, so I could have reduced it here, and that would have overridden what the price is on the product inside of Infusionsoft, or I could have even gone higher. So it's totally up to me, and that's what would have shown up on the invoice that's created inside of Infusionsoft. Here's something else that's real powerful too. I was able to do a payment plan, so I was able to give them the in this scenario they were going to pay $497 up front, and then they were going to make 2 payments for the balance. The first payment was going to be delayed by 30 days. That's what this indicates here. And then after that, it was going to be 30 days between each payment. I was going to tell it to retry 3 times if there was any problem with the billing, and then wait 2 days in between retries. I also added a subscription, and this subscription I was going to delay for 30 days, so I was going to include the first 30 days with their $495, and then I was forcing it, meaning I wasn't going to make it an option, so I'd have to, of course, disclose that and do the necessary disclosures that would make it obvious to the person buying this upsell. But that's something I would do. I might add a checkbox or something like that before they could click on the upsell button, just to make sure that they've read the terms of the offer. I include my product ID, so I can look up all these orders based by the product ID. So I still have all the reporting functionality that I want to keep inside of Infusionsoft. Then I have a follow-up sequence that would be triggered when they bought, and then I have here the URL that they would go to when they buy, the one that they would go to if they do not buy, and then the URL of the upsell itself. So I have all this information handy right here, and I also have the information that I would need for my app so that I could be able to stick this into the order form details. And all this stuff is in videos. You don't need to really capture all this, but I just want you to see the power of this. We're talking about being able to harness all the power of Infusionsoft in a few quick clicks. And you saw how quickly I was able to add that upsell. So if you can imagine all the power that this brings to you, because here's the other thing I was really excited about when we added this, is so let's say I created this great upsell, but I wanted to tweak something. I wanted to try and see if I could push the envelope a little bit further and see if I could increase my, my profit margin a tad bit more. Let's go ahead and clone this. So this clone feature lets me clone the upsell. And so I'm going to call this the modified version. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go and I'm going to bump this price up to $12.97. And I'll just leave the payment plan the same and everything else. And I'm going to save my changes. Now I have a new upsell ready to be implemented that quickly with the modified price. So I could do a split test on this, put this out to my next round of customers that I send through this upsell funnel, and see what happens. It's literally, it's really exciting because now I can track my stats. I'm going to be able to see the number of people that took me up on it versus the number of people that declined my offer, and then compare that to my earlier batch. And once I get a comparable number, I can say, oh, it doesn't seem to make any statistical difference. I'm going to stick with it as it is. And so this is just a huge benefit to be able to quickly and powerfully test the market and be able to make all these tweaks, but do it with all the flexibility of what I just showed you, of being able to have multiple options and upsells on one page, yet make it seem simple so that it is it's not overwhelming to the customer. One last thing I want to show you, and that is a couple tweaks that we made inside of our membership site using the same script. All right, this is our online store. So what we did is we used the same script and the same idea with our members. So when our members log in, they're all paid members, so we know that they have a credit card that's active and on file. And so we're able to use that for the one-click upsell without having to pull out any confidential information. So we add some real neat functionality and make it real convenient for them. So they simply add something to the card. They have multiple cards in file. They can choose the one that they want to use. And this will only pick active cards. So if a card is declined or shut down or canceled for some reason, that's not going to show up. So they only pick an active card. So they can pick the card that they want to use, submit the order. Then the power of Infusionsoft kicks in. We have a follow-up sequence that notifies our fulfillment house to deliver the product to them. Gives them emails, also increases their access inside of the membership site for products where that would be appropriate. So some really powerful stuff we're able to do with this. One more thing I want to show you. With our system, we also have the ability for people to have sub-users or sub-members on our membership site. And so they can add additional users themselves that would be related to their account. And so what we're able to do is, again, tie in the functionality of the script. And this is where it being open source and it just makes it so powerful. So they can click on this add a user and they can, again, pick the card they want to use, insert the information to create the account. And with this, at the same moment, what they're able to do is it's going to add a contact record inside of Infusionsoft. I'm going to send them a follow-up sequence. I'm going to create an invoice and also add a subscription, because to get started with the script, click here on Get the Script, read the order form. I'm making a special offer to all Infusionsoft attendees. If you invest in the script before March 19th, you're going to save $100. Of course, there is a catch. You can read the details of that right here. And then come down, submit your order, and get it started immediately. Literally, from the time you order, of course, assuming that you're ready to take action, you can have your first upsell up and running within half an hour. I could do it a little bit quicker, but that's because I've done it a couple of times. But I'll give you half an hour. You can literally take action that quickly and start seeing results.